Welcome to Electrical Lab and Theory. So today our topic is verification of Ohm's law. Okay. So today's topic is about verification of Ohm's law. Okay. So what is Ohm's law? The Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points. Means V varies as I. This is the Ohm's law. Okay. There must be any proportionality constant in between them. So the constant is called our resistance. Okay. So resistance is a property of a conductor or an insulator or with which it opposes the flow of current. Okay. And its unit is ohm. Ohm is the unit of resistance. Okay. Now from the above equation we already know that resistance varies inversely to the current. Here I have given you the Ohm's law triangle from which you will find the relation among the three components, that is the voltage, the current and the resistance, right? Okay. So here how we will prove that for resistance the Ohm's law is applicable, or by which we are going to calculate or the measure or verify the Ohm's law. Okay. So what we will do, we will select a resistor, and across that resistor we will connect the voltmeter to measure the voltage across the resistance, and we will connect a ammeter in series with the resistor to measure the current. Okay, now the question is why the voltmeter is connected in parallel and why the current is connected in series, right? So think about it. If I connect the ammeter in parallel, so in parallel path, what happens? I am showing the thing. In parallel path, you can see here, in parallel path the currents are getting divided, right? So we will not get the appropriate current which is passing through the resistor. So connecting in parallel, the current we are measuring will be equivalent to the current which is flowing through ammeter only, not through the resistance, right? Or not to the resistor. So that's why we always connect ammeter in series, right? To calculate the total current flowing through the resistance. Similar thing for voltage. If we in series connection, what is happening? The voltage across the elements are getting divided and the current is same for a series circuit, right? So what is happening if we are connecting the voltmeter in series to the resistance, then we will find the voltage across that voltmeter equivalent to the internal resistance of the voltmeter. Means where the voltmeter is having some resistance, internal resistance, so the voltage drop across that resistor we are just measuring. Okay, we are not measuring the actual voltage across the resistor. So that's why we always connect voltmeter across the element and ammeter in series with the element. Okay, so this is the case. So here I have taken one example. Say I have taken a resistance of 10 ohm. So that 10 ohm, and then we applied a voltage of 10 volt. So the current will be 1 ampere, because 10 volt divided by 10 ohm equals to 1 ampere. From this important equation we already know, right? I equals to V by R. So this is the okay. So this was for a simple circuit. So if there are two resistances or three resistances, say I have taken three resistances in series, so what happens in this circuit? So we know in this circuit what happens, the voltage get divided into three parts according to the resistance values, and the current in total path is equal, right? And we also know how to calculate the equivalent resistance, right? So in case of series connected resistance, the total resistance will be the sum of the resistances, three resistances. So here I have shown the thing here. This is the equivalent resistance is equals to R1, R2 and R3, summation of R1, R2 and R3. And the equivalent current is always same. Why resistances are V1 plus V2 plus V3. So how to calculate that V1, V2, V3? That is V1 equals to R1I, V2 equals to R2I and V3 equals to R3I. You can take a screenshot and you can pause this video and you can go through the calculation. I'm not going in deep with the calculation. Okay. So now the Ohm's law in parallel circuit. So what happens in parallel circuit? I have already shown you that in parallel circuit, what happens? The current gets divided, and the voltage across each elements are equal, right? So the total voltage what we are applying across the R1, across the R2, and across the R3 will be equal. That means V equal will be the voltage we applied, right? In case of equivalent resistance, so we know in parallel connection, the equivalent resistance is calculated like this. So 1 by R equivalent equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 and 1 by R3. So the R equivalent is just the reciprocal of this summation. Okay. And also the branch current will be different for different branch. These all are called branches. Okay. So for branches, the currents will be different. And here also you can pause the video and you can see the calculations. Okay. So now there are some devices who are non-ohmic devices. Okay. So what are the non-ohmic devices? Is not a straight line. This is the important thing. Okay. So the V versus I graph is not a straight line. This is the main, you can say this is the main thing which the non-ohmic devices differs from normal resistance. Okay. I have given you some examples like tungsten filament bulb, diode, thermistor, etc. Okay, now the procedure. So we have already discussed that we will verify the Ohm's law in three different circuits. One circuit which consisting one resistor only, accurate. Okay, so this is the voltmeter which I have put in across the resistance and a ammeter in series with the resistance. So this is the circuit diagram and this is the connection diagram. Okay. So the steps I have mentioned here, you can pause the video and you can take note or you can take a screenshot here. Okay. So how to connect the voltmeter and all I have already shown here. So this is a series circuit. So for series circuit, I have taken the resistance in series and the voltmeter across the series combination. Okay. So this is the very important thing which you have to memorize. Okay. So this first two points are important, very important. So never forget the voltage, the voltmeter is connected across these two resistances. Okay. So never forget this. You can also take a screenshot or can copy the things I have taken here in steps. So this is our parallel circuit. Okay. So circuit consisting of two resistors in parallel. So what happens in parallel? There are two parallel paths, right? And the voltmeter obviously will be connected in across the resistances, and this ammeter is in series with the combination. Okay. So here you can see everywhere I have mentioned the register combination. Okay, the register combination is important here. So don't get confused that if I say that I have taken the voltmeter across the register. So here, as we have considered the two registers in parallel, so for that we have to say that the voltmeter is connected across the combination, the parallel combination of R1 and R2. And we also know how to calculate the equivalent resistance, right? So again, you can take a screenshot here. I'm pausing, right? Yeah. So this is the simulation. I will not go through the draw circuit portion. In draw circuit portion, I'm showing you how it will look like things, right? This is the battery. So from battery, we will connect to the register, and from register, it will be in parallel, right? So how to make a parallel circuit? So this is a parallel circuit, and then afterwards, we'll connect the ammeter. Okay. Here you have to connect the battery to ground to take good reading. Okay. And then check the connection. So here it is saying right connection. Okay. That the resistance is taken as 10 ohm. Okay. 10 ohm, and I have started from 5 volts. What is, so this is 5 volt. So for 5 volt, zero point 0.5 ampere is coming. So click on add table. It will automatically add it to this table. Okay. Just increase the voltage to 10 volts. See, add to table, and then again. Here I am only taking some, say, 4 readings. Try to take 5 or 6 readings, so your total graph will be very good. Okay. So I have taken 4 readings like this. So 5 volt, 10 volt, 15 volt, and 20 volt. So the current in milliamperes are 0.5 ampere, 1.5, 2. Okay. So click on the plot thing and you will find here the plot. Okay. This is the V plot, VI plot. You can see here, right? So in similar form, we will see the resistance in series. Okay, so this is the resistance in series. So I have taken two resistances as 5 ohm and also 5 ohm. You can take any arbitrary values here. So what will happen in 5 ohm and 5 ohm? The equivalent resistance will be R1 plus R2. So the equivalent resistance will be 10 ohm, right? Yeah. So I will again start with 5 volt, then add to table, then change it to 10 volts, then add to table, for 15 volts, again add to table, say for 20 volts. Okay. So click on plot and you will get the VI characteristics. Okay. So this was the series, and now for parallel. For parallel circuit, I have taken, this is the kilo ohm, so the readings will be different. So this is our current value, this is our equivalent resistance value. Keep the resistance constant always. Don't change the resistance, so your plot will not get good. Okay, so this is the current. Here we will change the voltage to 15. So this is the value coming. Okay. And fourth thing, again the same thing. I have taken 4 readings here. You have to take at least 5 to 6 readings. Okay. So this is the plot. See, I have taken a resistance value of 10 ohm. For that, the voltmeter reading was 5, 10, 15, and 20. The voltmeter reading was 5, 10, and 15, 20. Why? Because I have given 5 volt across the resistor, 10 volt, then 15, then 20. So accordingly, the ammeter reading got changed linearly. Okay. Similarly, I have taken two resistance value as 5 ohm and 5 ohm in series circuit. So the equivalent resistance is 10 ohm, and for that the same readings are coming. Similarly, for two parallel circuit, I have taken 20 and 20 ohm. So the equivalent resistance is 10 ohm, and similarly the voltmeter reading is coming like that, voltmeter and ammeter reading. Okay. So I have included this calculation part where I have calculated how our first observation, second observation, third observations are coming. So you can take a screenshot or you can pause the video to note it down. Okay. This is for series circuit. This is for parallel circuit. Okay. Now the result part. Result part I have included the graph thing. Okay. I have named the graphs. Okay. Now the conclusion. The conclusion, what we have concluded, we have from this experiment, we have already tested the law in several, in 3 circuits, means in 3 combination of resistor, the resistor single, the register, 2 resistors in series, and 2 resistors in parallel. So we can say in any combination of resistor, the voltage versus current graph is always constant or always linear, right? Always V by I is always linear for any combination of the resistance, right? So we also come to know about the non-linear elements, right? You can recall that non-linear elements like thyristor, diode, etc. are non-linear elements, means their V versus I is not linear, right? Okay, I think this is clear to everyone. So if any question arises, so you can comment, you can make a comment, and if required, I can give you the solution. My email address is given here also, so you can mail me any queries if you have that query. So I will try to clarify. Okay. So if you like the video, just hit the like button. If you don't like, just hit the dislike button. And don't forget to subscribe if you feel this channel, these videos are important to you. So that's it. Have a great day. Bye bye.